Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I apologize for the delay. There has been a hell of a lot of technical issues, all of which were out of my control. I promise you, I was not slacking off. I saw the comment. I wasn't being lazy or anything. We had some technical issues, so they are sorted out now. I do apologize, but the draft, as you can see, is already finished, and we appear to have a Meepo in the game. Godsent went for a Wish Meepo. That's interesting. Everything else appears to be pretty legit, apart from maybe the Grimstroke being played by Seneko that we haven't seen in a very long time. But forget about the Grimstroke for a second. Why is there a Meepo in my game? It's going to be interesting. It looks like it was a last pick. I've got to say, I don't necessarily like the Meepo pick into the Pangali, if that was how it went, but I guess we'll find out. By the way, if you notice the stream lagging, I'll try and get it sorted out. It is out of my control. We are casting off a feed, okay? This is not my internet. This is not my camera work. This is not my anything. You're just hearing my voice. So if you do see any issues, trust me, I see it before you do, and I will try to get it fixed. Apart from that, the game has started. Chicken Fighters versus Godsent. This is, of course, the main stage now. Or rather, the group stage of the main stage between these two. So it should be a pretty interesting matchup. Of course, a lot on the line here for both these teams. I mean, again, the draft's pretty interesting as well. I don't know if this Meepo was last picked or not. Well, clearly, it was last pick for Godsent, but whether it was the 9th or 10th pick is the real question here. But I like the fact, at least for Chicken Fighters, that they got a Pangolier there to try and deal with that Meepo. Because Meepo doesn't necessarily like, you know, having all these Meepos disarmed. Not too much fun for him. Still though, Seneko going to be chased down by Boogie on the Naga Siren. Boogie already going to go ahead and just steal an outpost for himself. Quite intriguing as well, I've got to say. This draft from Godsent, we talked about the Meepo, but they've also gone with a Naga Siren. So you've got these two cores that are very, very farm heavy, that like to farm the whole map at once, right? Because Naga Siren, she loves throwing her illusions to the jungle. Meepo kind of likes doing the same thing with his clones. So I'm intrigued to see how Godsent splits up the farm on the map. It's not going to be easy to get both those cores farmed up, you know, on one map, unless they just dominate the whole map to begin with. Which doesn't tend to happen with the Meepo Naga Siren. They do require farm before they're online. I guess we'll have to wait and see. As they are going to be up against Supreme here, so Wish going to be up against the Meepo. Not the hardest matchup in the world for a Meepo. Yeah, sure, like, the Morphling can hit pretty hard, but in terms of HP, he's always pretty darn low. So he's always kind of in danger of getting taken out by the Meepo if he does get a nice net off. Well, bot lane, you did see Boogie there already. He's going to be up there with Charlie and Seneko.
No.
The Grimstroke Ember combination is one I haven't had the pleasure of seeing. This is actually going to be a pretty rough lane here for Charlie as well. Like, going into the Naga lane is not easy, but then you've got CTO on the Disruptor, who can just spam Thunderstrike every second. It'll be very frustrating though. Charlie will go in with the Ink Swirl and of course the Flame Guard. It's a lot of damage going out into CTO, but he does survive through the Slight. Boogie trying to provide harassment while all that was happening. Both of them will just back off. But why does CTO have 3 Fairy Fires sitting on the Disruptor? That is insane. I haven't seen that build before. It's a new one for sure. Wish, where are you TPing to? Just sending a Meepo back to the fountain. Guess it's one of the real beauties of the Meepos. You can just continuously reset by TPing the main one to the fountain and leave the secondary one in the mid lane. Just bring them both back eventually. Top lane, the one we haven't really looked at, Saberlight, he's on the Pango. Gonna be up against Milan on the Doom, and of course the OKC, a Clockwork. And he's currently up there alone, it seems. Bot lane. Oogie. Not having the greatest time so far. 9 last hits, not too bad, but just behind the Ember for now. Milan is going to struggle to find any farm underneath that tier 1. In fact, he's only got 3 last hits for now, but he is supporting as the Doom. So it's not really a big deal for him. He's just trying to soak some XP and get some denies off. Saberlight's the one we'll have to watch out for on that Pango. Boogie, gonna fall pretty darn low. Charlie just gonna chase him down. They do get the glimpse off. CTO saving the day. But still, Boogie, it's not the greatest lane for him, that's for sure. Like, the more levels this Ember gets, the more damage that Flame Guard's gonna deal and the harder it's gonna get. That was without an Inkswell, I believe. If he has the Inkswell applied onto him while he runs forward like that, Boogie doesn't really have a chance of survival unless there is the glimpse available. Bot lane, first blood is going to be there. Boogie, he does end up going down. Seneko is the one who picks it up. And of course it was an Inkswell into the Flame Guard, which is what we just talked about. I will remind you guys, I do not have control over the camera work, okay? So please do not get upset with me. CTO now. Gonna get jumped on. Seneko gonna turn around with the Inkswell. It's actually a hell of a lot of damage, but it doesn't really matter. Charlie gonna try and chase down CTO, but doesn't really have chains yet, so no real point in that. He'll return back to the lane. Nice little pick up there from the Disruptor. And Wish, already gonna find himself in the jungle apparently. Of course, this is what you tend to see. Meepo just jumps from the jungle to the lane, to the jungle to the lane, over and over again. This time he TP'd back to the fountain. It's Charlie now. Where's he going? After CTO, they're going to have a little fight over these bounty runes, it seems. Charlie does pop the Flame Guard. He wants to chase for this. Seneko right behind him. Does get the stroke of fate and does connect. And now Charlie, he's in range. CTO will still not be able to get the bounty. Great play there from Charlie and Seneko. They pick up the bounties as well as the kill.
Dire's courier has been killed.
It's Wish. Just keeping one Meepo on the mid lane. Pretty standard stuff. Supreme okay to stand there and, you know, just keep CSing on that low HP. He'll bring out a salve anyway, but now Wish is going to get chased down. Milan is here. Inkswell from Seneko and the Stroke of Fate. They find the kill, but Milan will get traded. Okay, see ya. He kind of blocked CTO in there, so Supreme picks up a double. Bit of a shame for Godsent. A slight mistake. Does cost them. And that's another beautiful thing that's been done here by Chicken Fighters, right? You never want to allow the Meepo to feel comfortable across the map. You always want to try and apply that pressure early on and ensure he just falls behind. You maintain map control yourself, and the Meepo really doesn't become that big of a deal. It was a nice pickup. We'll see if Chicken Fighters can keep that up though. It is going to be extremely important. Looking back up to the top lane, well, for a second, the Pango had Javelin up, so suddenly his damage output is quite high, especially with Swashbuckle. Chicken Fighters, they say, screw it, let's go mid lane, let's just take the tier 1 tower. It's exactly what they do. It's no contention here at all from this Dire side. This is really going to open up that map for Chicken Fighters, who really want to try and dominate that Dire side jungle. You've got the jungle control, you know the Meepo's not farming. Is now Milan. Inkswell going to be there, but he didn't run forward. It's kind of good he didn't, as Wish was running in. Nice little game sense there from Milan. Supreme going to show up. OKC has the battery assault going, but it's a lot of damage from Supreme. Won't be able to continue the chase, but now they go after the Meepo. There is going to be a massive Stroke of Fate. It's a lot of damage. Glimpse back. is on Milan. Milan's just going to get melted here as Era has TP'd in. Supreme, he'll be chased down. He is strength morphing, but while you're ensnared like that, it's going to be rather hard to get out of this. He does get the waveform off. It will not matter. Era, he finishes it off with the Pulse Nova.
Is under attack.
A nice rebuttal from Godsent now. And even Boogie is for some reason behind the tier 2 tower on the Radiant side. I guess he was just kind of sick and tired of trying to fight the Ember Spirit. He just decided to start creep skipping instead. Saberlight? That Diabolic Edict, so much damage if you're left alone with the Leshrac. Saberlight forced to use the Rolling Thunder just to ensure he can get out of that situation. Meanwhile, Boogie now gonna get caught out. Well, that's the thing with creep skipping this early. It can be effective, but it's also extremely easy for chicken fighters to just get in there and take you out. It's exactly what they do. So Godsent's start has not been great. Their Meepo struggled a little bit. The Nagasaren's struggling quite a fair bit now. And although you can't really see it on the CS board, I believe the net worth graph would tell a different story. Chicken fighters are in a 1k lead now. I guess the one saving grace is Era's been free farming, but even his CS is fairly low considering he's a Leshrac. He has been under a lot of pressure. Like, being alone with a Pangolier as a Leshrac is not easy. Especially once the Javelin comes up, you just tend to melt to that magic damage. As mid lane, they are going to find Milan on the Doom. CTO with a nice glimpse and wish takes a very, very easy kill on the Meepo.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Charlie just trying to deal with these Nagasaran illusions.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Boogie gonna get caught out though. Double split earth coming from Era. They will get at least the Ember out for now, but Milan still gonna be in trouble and does go down. Charlie, where are you going, sir? Don't run that way. He is trapped up, Boogie. He spotted him. Flame Guard will be popped. I don't know if it's gonna matter, but they are TPing more help in Supreme. He'll be there to help on the Morphling. And Boogie, he's forced to pop the song. Still sticking around. He'll go for the TP. He may barely in time with that TP. Just before the song ended, he got out of there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So a 5-6, still a slight net worth lead here for Chicken Fighters. We haven't really gotten to see the Rolling Thunder in a team fight. Saberlight, he's just continuously been farming up, which is perfectly fine. That does mean he will be able to get that Maelstrom up very, very soon. In fact, I believe that the courier is on the way right now bringing it, but Era is about to cross paths with that courier. Pulse Nova going to be popped. Mr. Cameraman, hello? There we go.
Precious bounty.
Boogie going pretty deep. Glimpse is going to be there on Charlie, but he just remnants forward. Boogie is in huge trouble. We know he doesn't have the song. He's going to die again.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And this is again what we talked about in the draft, right? Like, we briefly mentioned it when the game started, but when you've got a Meepo and a Naga Siren, both of which love farming the jungle, there's not going to be enough space to farm in. So Boogie's constantly forced to come down to this bot lane and try to get CS there instead. And it's costing him his life every time. And of course Chicken Fighters understand this, which is like why they keep showing up to the bot lane to shut down this Naga Siren. And now they're going to take the tier 1 tower as well. That'll open up the east side Dire jungle. Now they've got complete control of the eastern jungle for that Dire side, as they are going to start moving forward now with the smoke. Godsent, Boogie, not again. Ingswell going to be there on Saberlight. He is not going to get stunned up, and now they're Rolling Thunder. They really want him. They do not get him with the kinetic field, and that should be enough. Just couldn't get in range for the Ingswell stun to proc. Now Chicken Fighters, they're forced to back out once again.
The lesser of three evils.
That net worth graph, though, suddenly looking a little bit better for Chicken Fighters. 2k now their way.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
Boogie
fortified.
again going to show up, going to get spotted. He doesn't have help this time.
Radiant are scanning.
But he will have Song in a second, so it looks like he's just comfortable with the fact that he can just Song TP out. Chicken Fighters, they won't even bother wasting their time, it seems. They'll just keep farming up at the top lane. Wish on that Meepo. Still farming pretty well, top of the net worth board. It's to be expected as a Meepo, though, to be fair. As bot lane, Song, hookshot is there. It's all on this Morphling as they commit the Static Storm. They really want the kill, and he goes formed. With that, Chicken Fighters now on the back foot as they do get chased down. They're going to find one in the form of Milan, and they will get Seneko as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Godsent now looking very, very strong as Wish.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
May indeed be done farming for a little bit.
Is under attack.
Looks like he's more than comfortable to start making some rotations across the map on the Meepo. And he's going up towards that top lane. The Ember's going to be in trouble now. Except we don't get to see it, but Wish is going to find a secondary kill now on the Ember.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So although they had that terrible start, a couple team fights like that and suddenly you're back in the game. Now you see Wish, he's 2k ahead of the Morphling in terms of net worth. He's got 4 Wraith Bands as hookshot into the mid lane. Saberlight would be a great kill, though Rolling Thunder will come out just in the nick of time. They can't stop him now, or maybe he'll just turn around. He wants to go for a team fight, it seems. Though he does get out eventually. Rest of Godsent weren't quite able to get a stun off or the ensnare off, so they'll just let him go. No way to stop him once that Rolling Thunder's going. But even then, with all that time that they've had now, Wish has got the Ethereal Blade up on the Meepo, so he can really just burst anyone on the map down. And this is that point in any Meepo game where you get very, very scared of where the Meepo's clones are. Godsent, smoke up immediately. They want to go for the surprise reveal on the Ethereal. They definitely want to find a better target. They don't want to support here. But there was a smoke from Chicken Fighters as well. And Godsent actually running towards the Roshan pit. Both teams on the river right now. Charlie going to go for the bounty. They are going to get spotted, though. Static Storm Kinetic Field is going to hit Seneko. So they've got the Grimstroke in there, and they want to just burst him down before the Soulbind comes out. But it does come out, and now the Double Doom as well. It will do nothing as he has to run. He gets blown up, though. Wish with a triple kill immediately. And Charlie, what a glimpse coming out from CTO. Split Earth will not connect, and those Meepos are starting to fall low, so they'll have to back out. Or maybe not. Supreme, he comes in now. They'll at least get OKC on the clock. But it's still a fantastic team fight for Godsent. And while all that was happening, the Naga Siren was just pushing in the bot lane. That's a team fight you're taking 4v5 essentially. And as you saw, Wish on the Meepo, he just completely disintegrates people. It's very quickly as well. Still 7-13. They take the net worth lead back now. The Double Doom was quite effective in terms of DPS anyway. But that's all it really was, without any follow-up behind it. Not much is going to come out of that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane. Could be some action. There is. There was a Yule's out onto Seneko. He gets caught out. He gets blown up again. And immediately after that kill, Wish says, let's go Roshan. As you can imagine, with the Meepo, it's not exactly a very, very slow Roshan attempt. They are going to try and get in range to try and fight this, it seems. Chicken Fighters. How do you get in here, though? Rolling Thunder has been thrown out though. Hook shot from OKC stops him from rolling in. Saberline, he's going to find a way in, but now he's stuck. He has to get out of there. But now Godsent, they want to take the team fight. A perfect song coming out from the Naga. They'll catch out at least the Pango. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, Milan. He'll go down. They found Saberline with the Ethereal. He's going to go down to the Meepo, the Supreme. He gets a trade onto Era. It won't really matter though, as CTO, he goes down. Charlie, he finds the kill on the Ember, and now it looks like Godsent, they could be in trouble. Chicken Fighters chasing forward. OKC will also go down. And it looks so good at the start of that team fight. Godsent, though, they were on the retreat, and well, that's when Chicken Fighters, they just started capitalizing. Very close game between these two, I've got to say. You are going to have to fight into that Aegis of the Meepo now. So Wish is going to be feeling even more confident as he does have a Shadow Blade up to boot, and he does find the Morphling. There's no way he gets out with those ensnares. He does Ethereal Blade for a little bit. Will it matter? Charlie going to move in with Milan. They get a Doom off straight onto Era. He already committed the Pulse Nova though, so he's not going to mind too much as he keeps going forward. They do get the Leshrac and now the Aegis as well. Wish, can he fight back? Milan going to be the target though? No. He gets coxed up. There's a Soulbind coming out from Seneca. They're controlling up these Meepo clones. Is it enough? CTO, he goes down. They find Milan. They find OKC. But Wish, he does eventually die. And now they found the Naga Siren. Boogie cannot survive on his own like that. And that's going to be a full team wipe for Chicken Fighters.
The rune of invisibility.
What a fight it was. And Godsent starting to look a little bit weak. Just Chicken Fighters playing all these team fights pretty well. I mean, the Grimstroke's always fighting two Meepo clones, so you can't really control those clones very well while they're stuck together. The Doom on Era just made sure he couldn't do anything the whole time. Did we even see a Rolling Thunder? I think it was still on cooldown during that fight. So that was without Rolling Thunder as well. Net worth lead now, back to Chicken Fighters.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, okay, see ya. Steals the outpost. Supreme doesn't care about that. He wants the kill, but he doesn't fight. Godsent, they're moving in. They want to fight this Era. Getting it blown up. There's a song coming out. It's a pretty nice setup as well. They're all grouped up now. Static Storm, Kinetic Field will come in. Now Wish, he could certainly clean up, and he does fight Supreme. Going straight after the Pango next Saberline. Trying to survive and is doing a decent job of doing so. Wish, he'll turn around onto Charlie. The Inksword going to be there though. Charlie, he doesn't mind this. He remnants back in. Wish falling low. There's the Ghost Form coming out though. Yules is going to be there just in the nick of time. He dodges all the poof damage, but Boogie, he'll come back in to clean up. He does get the Ember kill, and it looks like Saberlight may be the only man left. They are going to make the chase slowly but surely. Boogie does get the vision for the glimpse. Saberlight, another good swashbuckle, but there's the ensnare coming out. I don't even believe that's going to be enough, though. Boogie, he just backs out. He realizes he may not have the damage output for this kill. I think Godsent will overall just be okay with that team fight that just occurred. And it seems like that's their win condition in these team fights. Just a song into a good Static Storm with multiple heroes. And basically, once that happens, they're all sitting ducks. Our Naga Siren, though, not very farmed. And Aghanim Sept is going to be coming out. This is a very, very different Naga Siren build that we're used to seeing. This is actually a legitimate offlane Naga. She went for a pipe. She's going for Aghanim Scepter next.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And for anyone that doesn't know, Aghanim Scepter, what it does is during a song, it basically heals up your team. A lot. A hell of a lot. It's a percentage-based max HP kind of heal, so you can basically reset during a team fight if you just commit song. get all your teammates up to full HP again and then just, you know, go again. Although Wish gonna get jumped on mid lane, still not blown up, but they got the Doom off. There's no way he survives that, and he goes down. Saberlight now gonna chase Boogie on the Snaga. Swashbuckle, he still gets glimpsed back. Meanwhile, down to the south, who have they found? It is gonna be Era on the Leshrac.
Radiant structures.
Going down once again.
Dire's middle tower.
Now Chicken Fighter's back in the lead here. 3k net worth lead for this Radiant side. They get the mid tier 2.
Structures are
And they may go for more. There's no buyback available on that Meepo, so they can definitely try to pursue the tier 3 tower if they wish.
Dire's
Do they go for it though?
has fallen.
It looks like they will try. They've got 20 seconds.
Is under attack.
Even then, if they find Wish in a kill, perhaps they could just literally finish the game. It is a little bit early to be speaking like that, but
Are under attack.
these things can happen. Is they'll get the mid-racks though? No. Song is going to be there. Static Storm Kinetic Field surely comes out. Can he find both of them in that Kinetic Field? He can. It's going to be huge. The Strength Morphing was already there though from the Morphling, so he's not going to be bothered too much. They'll have to go through a lot of HP. They'll ensnare him up, glimpse him back. He's still tanking so much damage though. Can Radiant side fight back? It looks like they can't. They have to get out. They're not comfortable with fighting Wishes. Another hook shot comes out from OKC. Seneko though going to TP out, but the Split Earth comes from Era. He should find that kill, as they have found Milan, who's just spinning on the spot. He can't do much else while he's netted up. And so Chicken Fighters, they found the mid-racks. I think they'll still be okay with what's just happened. They just don't want to fight into Wish when that Static Storm Kinetic Field does hit multiple heroes, because it just makes it way too hard. The good game sense coming out from the Morphling to know to Strength Morph just before it happens. Say things are pretty hectic this game. There's still tier 2s on the top and bot lane here for Chicken Fighters, so they're gonna have to start trying to take out those outer towers before they go for another Rax. Godsent, meanwhile, looks like they've just got to try and focus on getting more farm up on these cores. Maybe they'll feel more comfortable when the Nagasara and Ags comes out. I don't know if you'd call it that game changing, but having 2 lives essentially during a team fight is pretty strong, especially if it's on your whole team.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Wish. He has a Silver Edge, but you gotta admit, for a Meepo, the farm just isn't that high. He's 14k net worth, but you almost expect a little bit more. He's trying. Again, he does have to share the farm around.
Dire's top tower.
I wonder how long this Ags is gonna take. The Boogie.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower
Top lane.
has fallen.
It's been pushed in. Chicken Fighters, are they really gonna keep going for that?
Is under attack.
They won't go for the tier 3 yet. They'll just push in the top tier 2.
Dire's top tower is under
Their own
attack.
tier 2 at the bot lane's been pushed out now as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Godsent, they're just going to hang around the Radiant side jungle while Supreme, he's just going to move up to that tier 3. He does so much darn damage, they're just kind of letting him take it. They weren't prepared for that, and now he'll go for the range racks. Godsent, they'll get a Yules off. Split Earth does connect, that's a lot of damage, especially considering he's all Agimorphed. He'll go into a bit of strength, he's still going after the racks as behind that, or Boogie. He'll go after Charlie on the Ember. BKB being forced out from the Morphling. Now they'll try and go for more Boogie. He's out of position, but he does have Song available. They'll get the chains off. Now Song is there. The waveform will be out from the Song duration. And with that, they caught the Pango. They'll take out the Pango, and they almost catch Charlie. He does manage to remnant it out just barely. Saberlight actually buying back Supreme. He tried to TP, but he gets glimpsed. Boogie, can you catch someone with this ensnare? Surely the Morphling gets caught, but Charlie, he's going to get a chains off to stop them from getting any form of damage. Milan, meanwhile, finds Wish in the mid lane. And this Morphling is just standing and man fighting, but he does get out Supreme. Kinetic Field now going to hold him in place. How long does this guy survive? It seems like he may even survive all the way, though. No, Ensnare comes out now. Surely they have the damage out, but Supreme, he gets another waveform. Now the Rolling Thunder Saberlight. He'll come in. They just keep him alive. He is eventually going to end up dying, but how much time did it take? They're still trying to go. Hookshot, though, was onto Boogie instead of Charlie. And OKC are probably just going to die now. And the rest of Godsent just out of there. And in the middle of chasing that Morphling, they lost the Meepo. Wish went down to the Doom, and we didn't see how it happened. But it was only the Doom. So Milan somehow found a kill into Wish. Perhaps he just found a clone all on its own. Just threw the Doom out and found the kill. Now Boogie top lane, he just committed Song, so he doesn't have it available for another 20 seconds. And with that, this will mean a very, very easy kill. Surely, they'll get the chains off. They do get it. And perhaps they could just keep forcing in that top Rax. They already got that range Rax up at the top lane. They just need the melee.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
Supreme gonna get spotted doing the Roshan. Immediate smoke comes out from Godsent now. Already broken though on Boogie. He does have Song, but they're gonna give up on the Rosh for now. They're gonna go for the team fight era. Immediately gets jumped on and immediately blows up. The buyback is there, but there's BKB's Charlie just controlling up Boogie. Can they burst him down in time? Wish. He'll come in with that Static Storm Kinetic Field. They do get the Morphling. He'll buy back immediately Supreme. He wants to get back into this mid lane, though I don't think he actually has a TP for this. Milan getting ensnared up. He goes down. Charlie's fighting all by himself. The Remnants, he won't find the kill. As they're still going, Era, he does get there eventually and does get Seneko. They've used up the Pango, so he's in trouble now. Can he get out Saberlight? Here comes Supreme. OKC is still alive on the clock. They want to try and at least blow somebody up, and they do find the clockwork, but now Wish looking for the dieback. Split Earth will be there. Supreme, his BKB should wear off fairly soon. Saberlight barely getting out of there. Milan still fighting by himself. He does go down to the Meepo. And that was a pretty unfortunate buyback that came out from Supreme. He bought back, but he had to run back to the fight. He didn't have anywhere to TP to. And I don't think his TP was even available at the time. So a little bit unfortunate. And Wish, he'll jump straight into the Roshan pit. Chicken Fighter's bot, Rax, is also being attacked by creeps right now as we speak. And there's the Ags, CTO. He's got the Aghanim Scepter Static Storm. Meaning, of course, that everyone in the Static Storm gets muted and won't be able to use their items. And that's a huge spike for Godsent, because if they catch this Morphling out, he can't BKB. As Soulbind, Seneko, he gets caught out with an ensnare. Godsent will just surround him and take him out. A very easy kill.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Incoming!
Godsent now have the 3k net worth lead. It's been a very close game the whole time, but just back and forth between these two. You're going to need another 600 gold for that axe to be up on the Naga. That could really be a game changer in this this very close game. Now Era has a BKB up on the Lesh. He's saying whoops though, and I'm not sure what for. Not sure if he's made a mistake or not. Godsent though, they're starting to get into an aggressive position at this bot lane. They want to try and find a pick and go for a Rax. Of course, that bot lane is exposed, as you can see.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna go for that mid tier 2 instead.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Rock it on.
Wish. He'll keep farming up. He still has plenty of time for that Aegis to expire. Seneko gets a double, sorry, not a double damage. He gets an Aghanim Scepter up. There's the Naga Siren Aghanim Scepter. But I'm quite intrigued about that Seneko Aghanim's pickup.
Radiant's top tower has
So the Axe for Grimstroke, in case you're not aware, means you can make an Ink clone of some sort of any hero on the enemy team. And those clones can be so darn strong. But who are you cloning?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're gonna move in OKC. He gets caught out, gets silenced up, and gets killed off. Now they want more Rolling Thunder. Is actually going to connect on two. They go straight in. The Doom there, but Static Storm has been dropped. Charlie, he's stuck in there right now. Luckily for him, he already got that BKB off in time. Now Wish fighting basically by himself. Era, he's trying to help, but there goes the Aegis. Now Era, he'll go down as well. He doesn't have buyback available. They will try and at least find Wish one more time, and he's surrounded. There should be an easy kill on the Meepo. The Naga can't help. There's the song. The Doom finally wears off. Wish has already gone down though. Seneco's Ink Swirl will be what does it. And so the Aghanim Scepter song doesn't really do anything in this team fight,
Radiant structure
as he was doomed up pretty much the whole duration of the team fight. And of all things to kill off Wish, the Ink Swirl that was there on Seneko did just enough damage.
scanning.
Haste.
I'm still very confused about Seneco's Axe pickup though. Who are you cloning? Has he cloned anyone yet? I don't believe I saw anything of the sort.
Dire's middle barracks are under
They're going to move in mid lane. They'll claim the range racks. Of course, the bot melee racks are still there as well, so Supreme will go clean it up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bot racks may be a little more challenging, as Godsent do still have the bottom tier 2 available. So there's no real fear of getting megaed yet. You do have the Pango there clearing out the waves, but you can see CTO doing the exact same
Dire's
thing.
bottom tower is under attack.
And now we have another Axe coming out. So Saberlight picks up the Axe on the Pango. That Axe can be pretty darn ridiculous. Swashbuckle through the Rolling Thunder every time you make the jump.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So they're setting up, they get the tier 2. Wish, ready to set up and try to go for a team fight, but they found out OKC. The clock, song comes out, but that does not stop Saberlight, who still rolls around during the song. OKC are going to survive as now they found the Static Storm kinetic field off onto Charlie, and the Ember's dead. Supreme though, fighting the Naga Siren. Almost dead Boogie, he managed to barely get out, and now Charlie, he buys back, he remnants in, he's taking a team fight. Wish is falling very low. He does go down as Era being chased down once again on the Lesh rack, and it looks like he has no chance of survival. The Doom came out, Ethereal as well, and that'll be, I think, it. There's no buybacks on the Meepo or Era on the Lesh rack. It's just a matter of whether they go for tier 4s or the Megas. Bookshot from OKC will catch out the Ember Charlie. He doesn't want to die back like this. OKC trying to hold him down. The Sleight of Fist will be there, and now they'll clean him up. OKC going to be the third death for Godsent. They do go for the megas.
Bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks.
And Chicken Fighters.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. The Radiant now
There's no GG call being made, but
Dire's middle
I'm fairly sure this game's over. They do have songs, so they can delay it for like, 5-6 seconds.
Dire's middle tower has
That's
fallen.
pretty much it, though. They're gonna try. Supreme, he gets illusions up now. There's a song coming out from Boogie. He's being chased down by Milan on the Doom. He can't actually help defend this Ancient. And that'll be it. The Ancient's exposed. They get him. Surely he goes down. Saberlight, he rolls in. Seiko picks up the kill. And that'll be game 1 going down in the books. Era, he's going to roam in again to try and force him to stop taking the Ancient. But there are too many heroes surrounding it. And Chicken Fighters, they will take game number 1. A very back and forth game. And, Godsent, I thought they had it for a second during the middle of that middle of the game. It seemed like they were in the advantage, but they just ended up falling behind, and a few good team fights being taken by Chicken Fighters does push the game back their way. Still, that'll be game 1 again. There is a second game coming up just after this. Shouldn't be too long. Usually we wait 5 or 10 minutes for that next game to be up. It is MLP Dota. I'll see you guys again very, very soon once that game 2 is up.